100 miles north from mainland Scotland, you will find a small, isolated group of islands. These are the Shetland Islands. Famed for their oceanic climate, complex geography, and interesting mix of Norse and Scots mythology. But Shetland also has its fair share of strange and puzzling encounters with unidentified flying objects. One of the earliest documented sightings of a UFO near Shetland was in 1964. This sighting comes from a Royal Air Force radar operator who was based on the most northern island in Shetland, called Unst. The man worked at the remote radar head, Saxa Vord, which was the most northern early warning radar tracking station, used by the RAF from 1941 to 2006. It was also recommissioned recently, and as of 2019, is back to full working order. In 1964, the operator observed a stationary target indication from the facility's microwave early warning Type 84 radar system. The operator found the signal to be quite strange. With the use of another piece of equipment called a Type 13 radar, the operator discovered that the motionless object he was looking at had an altitude of 20,000 feet, and that the received signal was that of a real structured object. He quickly reported this mysterious sighting to his superiors, but none of the personnel on duty could identify the strange craft. This occurred halfway through the Cold War, so any unidentified craft was assumed to be hostile. The craft then began to move in a southwesterly direction towards mainland Scotland. The IFF, or Identification Friend or Foe radar system, was used to try and identify the target. The system did not receive a reply, so the object was treated as a hostile invader in British airspace, and a QRA, or Quick Reaction Alert, was sent to RAF Lookers in Fife, which was the nearest interceptor base. 2 English Electric Lightning fighter aircraft were dispatched to intercept and identify the incoming object as it moved closer to the mainland. As the fighter aircraft got closer, the object appeared to be aware of their position and began to climb vertically at an astounding rate. Within seconds, the unknown craft had left the 100,000 feet range of the Type 13 radar. The interceptors did not get close enough to identify the object and lacked the power to give chase. The radar operator stated that he knew of no craft at the time which could travel at those speeds or climb to those altitudes. It was his opinion that the object seemed like it was intelligently controlled. He ended the report with, "I don't know what it was, but it wasn't one of ours." The next well-known sighting was 28 years later, in 1992. On the night of December the 14th, an unidentified flying object was seen near the Sulmvo oil terminal on the mainland of Shetland. On that night, there were 19 reported sightings of a strange aerial object, which was glowing white, red, and orange. It was seen passing over the oil terminal. An officer of the local Coast Guard, John Winchester, gave a detailed account of his sighting. He said that he had watched it for about 30 seconds as it passed by. It was travelling at a very low angle, well within the atmosphere, and above the clouds, which were perhaps 10,000 feet high. It appeared as if there was some sort of mass at the head of it, with pieces burning off it, making sparks. There was a vapour cone, like you would see a jet engine, only bigger. At the centre, there was a dull red glow, with brighter light at the edges. It was faster than a jet fighter aircraft, but slower than a shooting star. Mr. Winchester said the object came from the northwest and appeared to pass between the village of Bray and the oil terminal. As it continued, the light dimmed and then disappeared. Another witness, Mrs. Hazel Hewson, was out driving with her husband, south of Lerwick, when they saw the object in the sky. Mrs. Hewson said, "As it got higher in the sky, we saw there was a big tail behind it. There was no sound, but there were sparks coming off of it. We both saw bits breaking off. It went very far out over the sea, towards the southeastern horizon, like it was just sailing through the sky." A third witness was a local police officer, and he too described the same strange bright object flying through the sky. He thought it looked like an aircraft, that was crashing on fire. One of the most likely explanations for this sighting was space debris or a meteor falling to Earth, similar to the incident in Russia in 2013. Members of the Lerwick Observatory told reporters that they knew of no meteors or natural phenomena that could explain the incident. The RAF station commander from Saxa Vord stated that nothing unusual had been spotted on radar that night, but also added that the radars tend to concentrate on a different area of the sky. Some reporters and researchers noticed that this sighting seemed to correspond with the testing of a top-secret American aircraft. Information on the project is lacking, but we know it was a successor to the SR-71 Blackbird, a spy plane which had been retired 2 years prior. It was said that the American Central Intelligence Agency was assessing the performance of a new craft rumoured to reach speeds of Mach 8, which is around 5,500 miles per hour. The CIA refused to comment on any of this, but in the year 2000, documents were released by the CIA concerning this matter. The released document didn't confirm or deny any of the theories, but it did show that American military intelligence was interested in the sighting. Another reported incident of an unidentified flying object near the Shetland Islands would happen in 1996, where the pilots of a commercial aircraft en route to Shetland spotted some strange lights in the sky. The lights were flashing red and white and began to move erratically. They would descend quickly, then bounce straight back up. As the pilots continued to look, another set of lights appeared and followed the first. Being understandably puzzled and alarmed by these strange phenomena, the pilots contacted air traffic control, which reported no other flights and nothing strange on radar. In the report, it was stated that the pilots showed concern about the conflicting traffic information, but still continued onwards to their destination. For our final Shetland mystery, we moved to early 2013. On the afternoon of January the 27th, a local joiner would take a picture of a very strange object indeed. Stephen Slane, 41-year-old, who worked at the Sullom oil terminal, said, "I'd taken the pictures earlier in the day because I saw some nice scenery as I was coming along the road from Southern Vaud towards Southerness, and the sun was setting. It looked very nice, so even although it was very cold, I just stopped and took a couple of photographs in quick succession. It was only late on in the evening, when I was having a wee look at the photos, that I noticed something different in the second picture. I was a bit surprised and shocked when I noticed the strange shape. It looked like there was something flying up with a propeller at the bottom, in the shape of an inverted Eiffel Tower or a parachute. It must have appeared in seconds, or even less." He added, "I didn't know what the heck it was, and although I don't believe in aliens or UFOs, I was a bit freaked by it, and thought there was something strange. I hadn't noticed anything unusual when I first took the picture, because it happened so quickly. It would be good to find out more about it, if anyone has any ideas." Initially, Stephen had shown the pictures to his friends, who all agreed that it looked incredibly strange, so he decided to contact a local reporter and share this mystifying picture.
It's not every day that you may have spotted a UFO in the sky, but this man here has captured something on his iPhone that looks a bit odd. Tell me more, Stephen Slade.
Basically just took a couple of photographs with the sunset, and I said both photos, see clearly the second one, there's something in the background, which is very unusual. Yeah.
And describe to me what it is that you see in the picture.
I can only describe it, I don't know what it is, but it just basically looks like maybe the shape of a tower or some sort of parish or something like that that's in the background.
It's a bit odd. Now, to explain, I mean, you work up in the Shetland Islands, don't you? What is it that you do there?
Basically just go up for permanent doing various different duties, obviously. It's a different time up and doing at the moment.
And is that offshore?
It's on the mainland in Shetland.
Right, and I mean, have you seen a lot of things in the sky there before at the Shetlands?
No, definitely not.
I mean, I guess there's an aircraft base there, isn't there, and things like that.
There will be, I do see airplanes and helicopters passing by during the day.
But you hadn't seen this, so what was it that made you take the picture at that time?
It's basically just a nice view, the sun's kind of setting. Just took a picture of it, two pictures of it.
And at the time, did you think, what is that up there, or was it only after the event?
No, it was after that. I mean, I was just kind of doing things at night. I was looking through my phone at pictures, and that's when I kind of realised it. No one put the picture up, and that's when I realised there was something there.
And what was your first feeling when you saw it?
Just thought, what's that? It's a bit odd. But it's strange to see that in a picture.
Were you freaked out?
I wasn't really freaked out. I was just kind of taken back when I seen it. Just kind of not sure what it was. I'd never seen it like before.
And what did you do with a picture like that when you find it? Did you show it to your pals?
I showed it to a few people, obviously. They were just the same as me. You know, it's that kind of thing, you know. Somebody gave me your phone number, told me to give you a call, so that's the reason why I'm sitting here moving it.
That's amazing. So you don't believe in aliens, do you?
No.
UFOs, other life forms, never seen a ghost?
No, I'm interested in it, no.
So you're quite sceptical about it?
It's boring.
But at the same time intrigued?
No, I do that one, no. If I wasn't intrigued then I was just left it, no bothered. I do that at all, but I always knew there was something strange that I could fit in there, colours.
Okay, well, let's try and find out what it's all about. If any of you know out there, contact us at the Daily Record.
It is interesting to note that the UFO Stephen seen was in the same place as the 1992 sightings. Whether terrestrial or not, all of these sightings still remain a mystery today. One thing we can say for certain is that there has been strange phenomena in the skies above the Shetland Islands for many years. Thank you for listening.